Hello everyone, and very warm welcome to my channel. Tonight, we give you a piece of breaking news. Prince Charles warned Harry and Meghan's American nightmare, but of course, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry ignored it. In the new biography, Finding Freedom, authors Omid Scobie and Carolyn Duran confirmed that Prince Charles gave the couple some advice before they embarked on their American adventure. They might not admit it publicly, but we bet Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are finally realizing that the older generation knows a thing or two. According to the explosive biography that hit shelves on August 11th, Prince Charles predicted the problems that his son and daughter-in-law would experience in the United States. As is the case with much of the advice Harry and Meghan received in the lead-up to Megxit, it went unheeded. Since moving to the U.S. over 4 months ago, the Hollywood royals have reportedly managed to earn virtually no money at all. It's a far cry from the predictions of the so-called PR experts who are falling over themselves to claim that hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars, laid in wait for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle once they broke free of their royal shackles. Prince Charles predicted Harry and Meghan's American nightmare. He saw that coming, and not only did he warn them that life in the U.S. wouldn't be the fairy tale they expected, but he revealed his plan to reshape the monarchy and give Harry and Meghan even larger roles. Obviously, Prince William and Kate Middleton would stand at the forefront of the new and improved royal apparatus, but even the authors of Finding Freedom admitted that Charles told Harry that he was very much a part of the future of the royal family. Anyone who believes otherwise is fooling themselves. Regardless of your opinion on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle today, they were, at one point, immensely popular figures, destined to play a central role in the future of the royal family. So, what changed? Prince Harry and Meghan Markle didn't just ignore Charles, they actively thwarted his plans. About the time Prince Charles was discussing with his son and daughter-in-law what role they could play in the monarchy's future, he was concluding an important tour of the Persian Gulf. Charles had spent months preparing for a diplomatic meeting with the King of Bahrain. He'd hoped the media coverage would be significant, to say the least. Despite knowing this, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle proceeded to completely disregard Charles and his diplomatic mission. They gave him just 20 minutes notice before releasing that statement to the media, accusing all and sundry of racist behavior towards Meghan. That was back in 2016. It was a preview of the kind of knee-jerk behavior that would define Harry and Meghan's post-royal lives. It's one of the chief reasons why the overriding theme of their royal exit has been one of embarrassment and failure. And to think, they could have secured the rarest of opportunities to have their cake and eat it too. Meanwhile, also in the discussion with the new book's claim that American actress Meghan Markle, of the mixed racial background, was accompanied down the aisle by Prince Charles because her estranged father wasn't there, but the gesture was not a sign of acceptance. Royal expert Andrew Morton also slams Meghan. We discuss his post on the Daily Express. High drama ruled in the weeks leading up to Meghan and Harry's big royal wedding in Windsor, and Meghan's family looked like they were completely crazy. We now know they were on the nose when it came to Meghan and her machinations, but at the time we felt badly for poor Meghan. However, when it came to how she handled the Thomas Markle daddy problems, I thought she was way off base. We know Harry had never met the man, and honestly, most decent guys do ask their fathers for permission to marry their daughters. Maybe not in your world, but I'm heading into wedding number 2 with daughter number 2, and the man asks the father, or at least meets the father of the bride before the big day. So I smelled a skunk while watching Meghan navigate and manipulate her father. Thomas Sr. was castigated about his paparazzi photos showing him trying to lose weight. Did Meghan comment on her father's weight since she is into looking good? And getting measured for a morning suit, presumably. Prince Harry hadn't seen the man, which is so rude, and then when the photos came out, one murky thing happened that I wonder about to this day. The pap agency that took the photos of Thomas Markle, father of Meg's, is the same pap agency Meghan would call up when she did a pap walk. Coincidence? Look it up. Strange. So then Meghan's father was so stressed that he actually did have 2 heart attacks. And what did the prince among men, Harry, say to his almost father-in-law? Don't talk to the press. Stay away. We told you this would happen. What happened to common decency and respect? Where was the concern? This wedding should have been postponed. And if Princess Beatrice can deal with a wedding being postponed twice, Meg's, who gets what she wants, apparently, should have postponed, grabbed her fiancé, and flown to see her dearest daddy as she named him her infamous kiss-off letter as shown in the London newspapers. If Meg's wanted to play pretty princess, with it being her first marriage, and it was her first to a royal, so hey-ho, let's go, Meghan needed her wedding to smell, look, and seem like the storybook wedding of her dreams. And Harry's first wedding was hijacked by the bride at her second or third wedding. If an annulant counts, and that's Catholicism for you, it was all about appearances, not about the substance. So Meghan invited no family, but Oprah scored an invite. Kudos to Reese Witherspoon, who received an invite but didn't attend. How many celebs did Meghan invite? Back to the walk down the aisle. Of course, Meghan will walk herself all the way down on her own. Isn't that what a feminist should do? With it being a second or wedding? Yes, or Doria could have done the honors, but Meghan wanted the best. Prince Charles, who didn't know he was being used as a prop, acquiesced and walked the blushing bride with the tiara she didn't want down the aisle to a waiting Prince Harry. And yes, of course it was the ultimate sign of acceptance. All the royals had done nothing but try to help the Americans feel at home in a strange country. Her race had nothing to do with Meghan fitting in and the royals accepting or not accepting her. She was accepted, albeit reluctantly by some, because she had been a yacht girl and had been in soft porn to break into the biz. Showbiz. That was the hiccup, but the royals let Meghan stay for Christmas, which no one in the history of the royals had ever done before. Meghan was given the wedding of her dreams. No daddy to muddy up. Was he too uncouth? Anyway, to Meghan, this was the perfect stage, all set up by the crew, with the perfect photography and the guests situated just so, and the flowers burst out in profusion at the entry to the church, and the scene was pure perfection for Meghan's royal wedding. The Queen and all the royals gave Meghan her wedding, and though it was riddled with bridezilla moments, they all were there to see the Prince Harry marry his dream wife. So yes, absolutely the royals one and all accepted Meghan into their circle. They made Doria feel welcome too. I can't think what more the royal family could have done. I wish they had made Meghan and Harry wait, postpone for 6 months, let Eugenie go first, and then everyone would have witnessed the Meghan meltdown. That would have been the best. Meghan should have had that low-key wedding like Princess Beatrice just had. That would have been the best course, and then we would have known if Meghan was marrying Harry or the royal wedding with frippery and finery. A wedding like Beatrice's is the wedding Meghan deserved. Harry? Yeah, I think a very small affair would have done the job quite nicely. Too bad everyone welcomed Meghan overly much. So much could have changed, starting with the bride. Meanwhile, some fans also discussed his posts. A fan wrote, "We all bleed red. Not knowing all the negative comments that were perhaps hurled at Meghan in the media center, I can't comment on having the racial issue. Having followed the boys all their lives, we, the public, were additional parents, by proxy, all hoping they would do well and make good choices." I believe Meghan absolutely knew what she was getting into, but did not have the patience to see the lay of the land first before steaming forward. Plus, as an only child, she did expect to have things her way. Well, that isn't how the royal family works. We were excited when we introduced her to the world, fresh face, intelligence, etc. We didn't foresee the petulance that came with her and her wanting to be a victim. She is almost 40. She could have worked with the family towards promoting her causes and been enveloped within the most well-known families in the world instead of trying to break them up because things didn't go as quickly as she wanted. Shame on her. She is throwing so much away and hurting her child who has a right to his heritage and his father's family. But another said, Harry and Meghan have never made it out of their teenage years. They are rebelling against the royal family. And, like petulant 16-year-olds, they blew off advice from Prince Charles. I was wondering why he agreed to support them for a year. He's far more perceptive than I would have ever expected. But no. Harry and Meghan listened to Oprah. So, Oprah? Where are all the jobs and money-making schemes you told them they could expect? Oprah? Oprah? We can't hear you. And you, do you agree with them? Please let me know in the comment section below and everyone will discuss this news together. If you love my video, don't be afraid to share it with anyone who needs it, and subscribe to our channel to get more news from the royal family members. Now, have a nice day, goodbye, and see you in the next videos!